So today I'm just going to go over a few things I like to do when I tone my client's hair. So right now, as you can see, I am taking out her foils, and one thing I like to do when I don't pull the lightener all the way through the ends when I'm highlighting her hair is I then go back through and pull the lightener down into those ends that we left out of the foils. The reason why I like to do this is that way it can kind of remove any buildup on the hair. It's only going to be on for a minute or two, so it won't cause any damage, but it will remove any buildup on the hair to help us create a cleaner canvas to then go ahead and tone. So I'm now going to take the Blonde Me mask, and the purpose of this is just to help me brush out the dropouts that we teased. That way it's just safer for her hair, since we did just lighten her hair, and if any pieces are fragile, this will protect them. When I tease clients' hair, I find it's a lot easier to brush their hair out when I put warm water in their hair, and then this mask is what I really recommend. And that just helps me to ensure that I'm not pulling any of the just lightened strands. And then I usually always do this as they're laying back into the bowl. That way I can then rinse it out before I go ahead and put the toner on. So then, before I start toning the hair, I am going to towel dry it pretty good. So basically now I just section the hair off from the ears forward, and then the back section is just one large section. There's a couple different ways you can do the root smudge, but this is my go-to way. It's just fast and simple. So I'm sorry, my sleeve keeps covering up what I'm doing, but basically at the base of her neck, I'm pulling the root smudge down like an inch, and then as I approach the top of her head, around her crown area, I'm only doing a 1/2 inch, which you can see here, barely, but I think you can get the idea. So then once I've done that, I'm then going to just brush through the ends. And obviously some clients' hair are more prone to tangles, but you want to be able to brush through the ends, that way you don't get any splotchy pieces from the root smudge. So this is just what I do on a few clients. I'm now just taking lightener and ombreing her ends just to pop them out a little bit more, and then I'm rinsing it out before I do the toner for her mids and ends. So I'm now just I took the bottom section in the back first, because just in case the toner stays on that section too long, it's underneath, so it can be a little bit darker. And then I'm just taking pretty small sections and rubbing my hands together, so that way I can make sure all the strands are being coated. And then I do the pieces around her face last, just because they can tone faster than the rest of her hair. Also, I forgot to touch on this. When I do the root smudges, I usually try to match it to their natural hair color. That way the grow out is really seamless. And now you can see I'm just, keep sectioning off the hair and running my fingers through it. That way all the strands are being saturated, and I do feel like the hair is toned better the more you move it. So I just continue to do that. And here is the final result. It was dark by the time we finished. It was like pitch dark outside. That's what sucks about living in Ohio during the winter. But I'm now just curling her hair to top off her style. And you can see that it looks perfectly toned. The underneath is toned as well. One thing that I've learned over time is I'll have my clients scoot away from the bowl. That way I can reach the underneath of their hair better when toning the underneath. but you can see just how well her natural hair fades into the blonde baby lights. It's just so satisfying to me. Alright, well I hope you guys enjoyed this video. These are just a few tips and tricks on how I tone hair, and you can see how perfect the blend is, no harsh lines at all.